Hello, my friends. Welcome back. This video is going to be an answer that I want to give to one of my subscribers because he asked me a question last week. It was from an older video that I did last summer where I talked about me, that I haven't had a girlfriend in my life, and that I also mentioned, I talked a little bit about dating and stuff in today's world. So he sent me he texted a question in the comment section, and I told him that I want to make a video because I can't give you a good answer on text, so I think it's better to talk like this. Not that this channel is a dating channel at all, nothing to do with that, even though I put up some videos because I've shared my story in my life. But I think that when we are on this journey of coming back to ourselves, who we really are, and to coming to acceptance, finding peace and joy within ourselves, I mean, it's inevitable that these are gonna overlap all areas of life. So I mean, this is connected to everything. So it's also connected to dating, of course. So that's why I think it's kind of nice and good to make a video about it. And he also he had a question, so I said to him that I wanted to make a video so he can get the best answer I can give him. So he said that I've had some long-term relationships, but now I'm single, and lately I'm not feeling confident to meet and date new women, and I'm even not sure if it's just lack of inner confidence itself. It's just in a year I faced with several weird situations with women I dated, and that I just lost the will to find the mutual understanding. But anyway, what's your advice on building inner confidence and reaching and treating women with that confidence? I think I want to combine two different approaches to this question and to give you a good answer. I think that if I would have gave you this answer a few years back, I would probably right away say that one of the things we can look at is, we can take, for example, compare this to maybe a work situation. Let's say you are a carpenter. You are very good at what you do. You know you're a skilled carpenter. You know that you have a high value regarding in this profession, and you know that other people look up to you. You're not gonna go around and be worried about getting fired because you know that you have options. So your competency in this profession is gonna derive you options, and from those options you're gonna be confident. So everything kind of like overlaps each other here. And I think you can say the same thing about dating. You can these goes very well together. So let's say dating, you know you have you high value because a lot of women want to be with you. There's a lot of people, maybe women come up to you, want to talk to you. You know that many women want to be with you. Of course, it's going to be easier for you to talk to them and to be confident around those scenarios. So I think this overlaps in so many ways. But what I would say to you now, after I've changed my insights and my perspective of many things, is that when we are on this path and we are trying to come back to who we really are, and we have noticed that many of the thoughts we have had in our lives and many of the traits and the personality traits and all this stuff that we have been doing is not really ourselves. It's just old programming that have been affecting us to the point that we are it has affected our lives so much, but it really isn't who we really are. So it's not much we can do about it. We've been to school, we have been hanging around with friends, and our mom and dad have been speaking to us, maybe grandma and grandpa, and the school and the media and everything. And today there's so many young kids who use their phone in a very early age, so they get programmed very early, and it's gonna take for most people, it's gonna take a very long time before we get to the understanding that we become aware of these things, so that we can make a change. But because when we get aware of them, we have the opportunity now to take a step back and actually view how we are behaving, and we're viewing how we are treating others and ourselves and what we're actually doing. But it's not gonna be like that in the beginning. In the beginning, we automatically go on autopilot. We're just doing the things, and then we slip, we make mistakes, and we sometimes get embarrassed, and that's the game. But the more we get to know who we really are, the more we understand that our value is as good as it is from the beginning. So what you have to do is that you have to understand that the times that you get insecure and not confident is because you are talking very negative to yourself, in the sense that you are imagining inside yourself that people are going to talk about you, that people are going to have an opinion about you, and that people are going to judge you. So this talk that we have, what other people think of us, is what actually makes us insecure. But when we stop these things, and when we start living in the moment, in the present moment, even when we're speaking to people, we will automatically notice that we will have much more confidence. Because if you're focusing on the conversation with someone, you're taking in the words, you're listening to what they're actually saying. You're not preparing what you're going to say, you're just going with the flow. And then when it's your turn, you're just speaking from the heart. I mean, you can't have anything other than confidence in that situation. I mean, if I look at myself, how I used to be, I was very insecure when I was younger. I was very shy. I could never, I was so afraid and scared of talking to people, especially girls. But the older I got and the more I put myself in all kinds of different situations and really learned to adapt and learn to behave, it has gone away. So even when I started this journey, I was very confident in the way I spoke to people. But it has become even better, I would say, now, because I feel like, I mean, you can go so deep when we're talking about this that, I mean, we basically don't even really exist. We can talk in those terms, but I don't want to say it like that now. But because we still are here and we're living our lives. But when you zoom out and you just view everything, I think it becomes kind of silly when we get too affected by these kind of things, and we create so many mind games inside ourselves and scenarios. Because let's face it, the times you're gonna suffer and the times you're gonna feel very insecure is because you have expectations and you have ideas regarding talking to women, talking to people, and that's gonna, of course, affect how you perform, how you talk to people. But if you can stop these things, like I said, focusing on the conversation and be in the moment, you will notice that it's gonna disappear. So, to summarize my answer there, of course, if you have many options with women, of course it's gonna be easier. You feel like you're feeling good, you know. But at the same time, I mean, if I take myself, for example, I lived in the same city I grew up in. At the moment now, I don't use any apps or anything. I don't meet anyone or anything. And I still feel confident. I'm not affected by that. Because I know my value. Because I know that I can talk to people. It's not a big deal. So if you can get to the understanding that you're starting to turning inwards, you're starting to falling back to the real you, who you really are, you will notice that these insecurities is just connected to the personality that you have been playing, the character you've been playing your whole life, because it's not you. So I mean, the real you, the awareness that's creating your body, is not insecure. It's just R, you know. It's just pure energy. I think that's the best thing that's the best answer I can give you. That start pointing inwards more than outwards. Start focusing more how you are reacting, how you are behaving in different situations, and taking notice and become aware of how you feel regarding situations. Because usually that's fear, that's usually things you're scared of, that's holding you back, that's blocking energy. But these are just illusions, and it's time to let go of them. But you need to become aware of them. You need to notice that they are illusions and that they are there because you are giving attention to this, that you are this person, this character. So that's what's going to limiting you. And also, like you said, that you have had long-term relationships. So, and I also wrote to you in the comment section there that I think it's a good time. I'm not sure if you have done it, but to live a life more on your own, to live a life in solitude for a moment, to be alone actually, and to really. I think it's also good to put yourself in uncomfortable situations regarding social situations, because in those situations we learn also what we need to work on. So I mean, you can say you can take different roads or paths here. Like one path can be to break down your illusions one by one, what you're scared of and what you're fearful towards. But you can also go directly and try to practice of falling back into you. That's what I've been doing the last year, and it has been incredible helpful for me on so many levels. So I think that it's different ways you can take here. But I would say that whatever you do is going to be beneficial for you. But I think still that have a period off. I mean, even if you're dating that you want to date seriously to find a partner, or you just want to maybe have a good time with someone, have fun, you know. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's whatever you do. I still think it's good to cut it off, to just be alone for a moment, because that might be a situation that you are uncomfortable with. Maybe you're uncomfortable being with yourself, sitting with yourself, just be you, relaxing, and don't do anything. Because most people they get terrified of those situations, because usually that's why they run to relationships all the time, because the thought of just being with yourself alone is very frightful for a lot of people. But that's also something you need to overcome, because that's blocking you, that's hindering you of living your best life, 100%. So by acknowledging this and trying to find out what the issue is here, I think you're gonna overcome this, and you're gonna feel very comfortable in these situations. And I mean, of course, also, like, I had a period in my life where I did a lot of cold approaches. I did it in stores, I did it at the gym, on the street, because I felt like I wanted to do it, and I also wanted to practice of being uncomfortable with new, different situations, and that helped a lot. So I mean, but back then I wasn't on this journey or this path, and it was a long time ago, but it helped me. So I mean, it's different ways you can do here, but it's what suits best for you, where you are in your life, on your journey. Like, I don't know that, so you have to think about that for yourself. But if you're where I was, go out and put yourself in situations that will scare you. That's a good practice. And with everything, you're gonna suck in the beginning, of course, but it's gonna feel better. So that's one. Be alone for some time. Be comfortable in your own skin. Finding your way back to home, to yourself, and you're gonna find the confidence there, because everything is there. All your answers are there. So my answer is, like, it depends. You take what suits best for you. That's what I would say. But I still think that this is the best I can give you for what I know. But at the end of the day, like, the insecurities we have is just we are falling for this illusion that we are the person. We are putting attention, and we are attached to the traits that we have been programmed from the early childhood years up to now, and we are still identified with them, and we take them so seriously that we think we are this person. We think we are so insecure and afraid, but we're really not. And you're gonna notice that when you start coming back home. So yeah, I think that's the best I can give you. So but please leave a comment again, contact me if you want to know more. So, and I also made this video because I think there's a lot of people out there who are in this situation. It's not just him, and I think it can be beneficial for many people. So yeah, hit the like button if you like the video, share it to someone, and subscribe to the channel. And give me feedback, give me ideas what you want me to talk about as well. And we talk soon. Take care now. Bye.